this. Why is it making a name for it already? I didn't name that. This ain't all that great. Let's try this one. Yeah, I like that one. Hey, Trav, so how are you? You're new here. Good to see you. Thanks, man. Yeah, I am. I thought it'd be cool to maybe. I wanted to make some new songs tonight for some upcoming live streams that I have coming. So I figured, you know what? While I'm on Suno doing them, maybe I can have you guys help me name them. So this one I didn't really like all that much, so I'm not going to give it. I'm not going to give it a name. I didn't really like it that much, but that one that you guys just heard, I kind of dig that one, so I'm going to use that one. This one, not so much. So I'm just not gonna name that one. But yeah, it is like a car chase. So Trav Sweat. So this is like a creation that like I'm making, and I've been thinking about making a playlist and putting it on my channel. So thanks, brother. I just made it actually. I just created it on Suno. So uh I don't know, something like because I have like like hundreds of songs, I'm constantly having to give them a name. But like if I look at the art, sometimes I try to get like the so it's like a tidal wave. So like, all right, so what I'll do is I'll go into like the edit, open editor. This is all different today. What's going on here? Loading edit session. I don't want that. It's all different tonight. I don't know why, but could we go into my library? There we are. And then there we go. That's what I want. Song details. So like see how it's like it's kind of hard for you guys to see, but it's like a tidal wave. So I'll probably name it something like I don't know, like I'll just like name it something like tidal wave or something like that. I try not to get too like technical because then I sit here and like I waste time rather than doing songs. Yeah, can I spell tonight or what? Tidal wave. All right, so that'll be good. So I hit save, then download. Boom, done. And then I'll add it to my MP3 player for maybe I'm gonna do a live tomorrow night, I think. So blind existence. Oh, dude, that's cool. You know what? I like it. I'm gonna redo it. So I'll go back to song details. I like it, dude. Blind existence. That's what I'm gonna call it. Blind exist. If I can spell that, existence. Oh my gosh, existence. Why do I keep hitting the number 6? Because I have big giant fingers. There we go. I like it, dude. See? I thought this would be a good idea. Um, yeah, I like it, man. Shane, what's going on, man? Uh, I no bonfire. Maybe next week. I think, or maybe on the weekend I'll do one with maybe the family. We'll do marshmallows. Marshmallows, guys. Listen, I don't know what my problem is. I have my coffee. Hopefully, you guys have yours. You know, I just haven't talked a lot tonight. You know. Pinky, good to see you. Thanks for stopping in. Day off for work, Shane. Good to see you. All right, blind existence. All right, save it. Now I got to resave. Now I got to download it because, um, see, I thought this would be kind of a good idea tonight because I was like thinking maybe I'll create some new songs tonight and then have the audience name them because I just go through like so there. Can you guys see the Suno creates like cool stuff, but like then it gets like I don't know, it just gets like to be a pain to like think of stuff. All right, so let's go back. I'm gonna go to my prompt. And we're going to go back into we're going to paste. And I kind of like this prompt that I came up with. It's pretty good. So, but I'm going to change a couple things. Let me see. Slow heavy metal, no solos. Slow heavy metal. Just next time throw a WD-40 into the fire and play Duck Duck Goose. Yeah, sure. Oh, Pinky, yeah, I saw your new one. It looks awesome. You're doing awesome with that stuff. All right, guys. Let me see. So tonight is strictly metal and some synthwave mixed in there. So sometimes it depends on what I'm working on. Like if I'm working on like a for existence or for for existence. Yeah, Travis Sweat, you got me saying but like if I go into like if I'm doing something for one of my videos, I have like a ton of other stuff too. Like um stuff that I like talk with like let me here's a bunch of stuff. Come on, where are they? Like, okay, like this, for example. That's great, isn't it? I love it. So in my videos, I don't always have just death metal, or metal. All right, Trav Sweat, make sure you subscribe, dude, because you got good stuff. So like I named that what is that called? So dude, I named that. All right, Trav Sweat, you ready? You know what I named that song? Because I run out of things to call stuff. Oh, you did? Thanks, man. I called that. You're gonna laugh. Here, this is what I called it. I called it roast beef. Cause I run out of stuff. I just run out of ammunition, man. I don't know what to like call stuff after a while. Yeah, that yours is good. So you gotta hit that cowbell so you know when I'm going live. But here's the thing, you just never know what you're gonna get when I go live. So all right, let's hit but wait, I want to change my prompt though. Let me see. Slow heavy metal. Wait, I want to change my prompt. That's what I want to do. Medium. I want to use one that I've used already. So let's go into some of them are pretty good. Let's go back into library. Oh, double bass is pretty good. Okay, Pomp. I hope your work's going good for you, dude. All right. Let's go back out here. Let's see. Oh wait, how about this one? I like this one. So I'm gonna copy this prompt because I like this. Southern Becca? Yeah. All right, here we go. Here. Southern Becker, where you been? We missed you. Oh, this is starting out awesome. Listen to this, you guys. Oh, this is cool. Trad Sweat, I like it. So go over here. It was supposed to be It's weird, you know what? I forgot to hit instrumental right here, and it added lyrics to it by itself. But I'm not complaining because it's awesome. All right, I'm hitting play. Hi, Tina. Good to see you. Yeah, it is. Dude, that is sick. That is one of the sickest tunes that has ever spawned out of this. Helena, how are you? Good to see you. Thanks for being here tonight. We are, well, yeah, all of us here, me, you guys, we're drinking coffee, we're chilling, and we are creating some new songs for upcoming, and we are exercising our guitar fingers. That's what we're exercising guitar fingers. We got to get that pinky working, you know? And we are um uh those rubber hands. Um we are making new Suno songs for upcoming live streams so I don't get because last time, well, not last time, but I made the mistake of listening to like um well, probably bands some people probably never heard of, like Manowar, but like some King Diamond and stuff. And then like, so I got copyright striked. So anyways, I'm doing all my Suno songs. And anyway, so that's what I'm doing. So, uh, yeah. So that song is killer. And I forgot to hit instrumental, and it pumped out its own lyrics for that, and it was called the Eternal Machine, and it was freaking killer. All right, so let's hit this next one. So anytime you hit the prompt, it always creates two songs. So now I'm going to hit the second one and see what it does. So it's going to have lyrics to it, so let's see what it does.
human seeds. No redemption, no reprieve. Just the grind. Do you believe?
Holy crap, that is sick. Oh my God, you guys. So, if you guys don't really know about me at all, um, so I was a drummer in a death metal band, and I don't know if you guys ever heard of Cannibal Corpse, but I'm friends with Alex Webster, the bass player from Cannibal Corpse, and I've played with like Deicide, I've played with Entombed, I've played with um Sepultura. I've played with like a lot of bands like in the 90s, and so like this stuff is like in my DNA. Like yeah, this is like I love this stuff. But anyway, so you know what? I'm gonna do this one more time, and I think I'm not gonna like hit. I'm gonna leave it off instrumental because I want to see what it does one more time. Um, I just want to see what it's gonna do again because I think it's killer. So let's hit create one more time and just we're not worthy. Yeah. Um, you guys are worthy. I'm not worthy of you guys for giving me the time of hanging out with me. So I really, really appreciate it. All right, so this is kind of cool. So uh Trav Sweat, like, dude, this thing is pumping out titles for me. So this one is called Crimson Mechanica, and I noticed that it might be hard for you guys to hear the lyrics. It's singing about whatever the title is, whatever this title is. So let's hit play and see what it pumps out here. Um, yeah, dude. So I played. So we opened. My band opened for them. When I say I played with them, I my band opened for those guys. I opened for a band called Entombed. They're a Swedish band. We opened for a band called Deicide. We opened for Cannibal Corpse. We've gone to Canada to play with a band called Cryptopsy. Um, a bunch of stuff. It was a long time ago, but it was fun, and I really enjoyed that stuff, man. A lot of the guys that like bands that were like unknown went off to do a lot of really cool things that play in big bands now, like not big band like swing and jazz and stuff, but like in big signed bands and stuff now. So it's pretty cool. So anyway, all right, so let me if I didn't by the way, if I missed anybody, hello to everybody, you guys. Let me hit this Crimson Mechanica and see what happens here. And by the way, I know that a lot of people don't like this kind of music, so I think Boo left. So sorry, Boo. Boo Berry. Oh, this is killer already. Helena, doesn't it?
Steel skies crack, bleeding red, machines hum, life is
Oh, it's so good.
crimson flows, no escape, eyes rise, tears twin.
Yeah, me too. Me too, Helena. I agree. Makes your throat sore. Yeah. I was never able to do it. I like this part though, Helena.
Concrete tombs, balls of hate, rust and bone, sealed our fate. Echoes haunt, hollow breath, circuit spark, flash decays, endless march, still all bad. Crimson mechanical.
Me too, Sage.
Crash sound, existing power sealing our undo. Crimson mechanical, endless pain. Wars and flesh, one domain.
Yeah, me too. All right, I'll break it up for you guys. So I'm going to do an instrumental now. Let's see what it does. Starting out kind of weak for me. Pinky, this is more for you. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not into it. It's too lame for me. Wait, Helena, breakfast? Good question. Kitty Pigeon. Geez. I think you'd have to like reverse gears and start going like, all right, who does everybody get their influence from? Um, oh, gee. Um, oh, is it really there, Helena? Why did I think you were in the States? Okay, yeah. Well, yeah, get something to eat, man. Um, you know what? I kind of think the Europeans kind of probably like Venom. There's a band called Venom. I think they kind of did. I think they kind of started it. Um, because she's married to Matt, who lives in the States. Yeah. 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 Yes. You're allowed to, Helena. Go ahead. I've go ahead. Um, I can't. I'm sitting here trying to think about. I'm this song. I don't like this song. I'm going to the next one here. I snapped out of it, Becca. All right, this is a little better. I like this. Reel it in. I know. I do that. Yeah, that was pretty good. And I think we got, I named it, let me see, Ryan Davis. Good to see you, man. You're new here. I like that. Roll Tide, so that's what I named it, man. It's good. All right, so let's gonna go back to this Crushing the Veil. It's gonna have singing in it, guys. So here we go. Yeah, that was good, her. Okay, Pinky. Okay, Helena.
Crushing the veil!
Then the violence starts.
Crushing the veil! No escape! The flesh will fail! Crushing the veil! Crushing the veil! Succumb the weak!
Toss her chicken down.
Pillars crack! The heavens fall! Silent screams! They pierce the wall! Ashes rise! Choking the air! Hope is gone! None left to machines churn! Relentless grind! Human frailty left behind! Crushing the veil! Crushing the veil! No escape! The flesh will fail! Crushing the veil! Crushing the veil! Succumb the weak! The
Okay. I'm going to start a whole new prompt, you guys. Here we go. Let's see. So we got instrumental clicked. So I always start out with heavy metal. Let me see. Heavy metal. Sometimes I don't like putting death metal because then it comes out like kind of messed up. Why is it? Yeah, I'm on that. Custom. Advanced options. Oh, that's what I want. That's why. Styles. There we go. styles. And instrumental, there we go. Styles. All right. You guys are counting down. All right, let me see. Heavy metal. And then I always put in no guitar solos because then it gets like overcomplicated with guitar solos. No guitar solos. And then it will, though. Bass heavy synthwave synth. That's what I want. Synthwave. Let me see. Let's see. Electric guitar. Sometimes I put like slip knot, and then it comes out kind of like Jim Root. Then what I'll do is, see this thing right here? If you hit that, it'll like rewrite it for you in like a way better prompt. So I'll hit that. All right, a bass-driven heavy metal track merges gritty electric guitar riffs with pulsating synthwave layers. The drum groove is aggressive and complex, providing a relentless backdrop. So far, I like it. No guitar solos. Focus remains on tight, down-tuned, yes, down-tuned. That's what we want. Down-tuned rhythm guitar, deep bass lines, and moody analog synths. Sounds cool to me. All right, here we go. So now we're going to hit create. And then it has this too. Check this out. It has weirdness and style influence. One time I hit weirdness like all the way over to 100 chaos mode, and it came out so like freaking weird that it really was weird, and it lived up to its weirdness name. So we don't want that. So I like to leave it pretty much in the middle, and it does its thing pretty good. So I'll just make sure that everything's where I want it, and then I'm just gonna hit create and go over here, and it's doing its thing. Let's see what happens. No money to hit that fast food joint. Oh, dude, Dragon, yeah, I get it, dude. It sucks. We're in the same position, man. No moolah. That's why I need you guys to sub. If you're not subbed, I want to hit that 500 mark before the end of the year. I really think I could do it. I'm at like 411. Well, last time I checked, I really think I could hit that 500 mark. Yeah. So anyway, that's it. All right, so let me see what this came up with. Let's hope it's a good one. Sounds cool so far. I like it. It's okay, but you know what? It's not heavy enough for me. And you know what I had to do? I had to put death metal in there. So I'm gonna hit it again. Let's see what happens now. Eh, it's 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 got too much crap in it. So, all right, so I am going to reprompt it using the AI tool. It's too busy. Oh, and you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna go ahead and use this, the style influence right here, and I'm going to slide it over to like 75%. Now, oh, and hit this. There we go. Now hit create. All right, Pomp, you're heading out. Thanks for stopping in, brother. I appreciate it, man. Have a good night. All right, let's see what this does, man. does too. It does sound like the dude's going berserk. Anybody ever hear of the band called Nile? All right, so that would be because of this right here. We're gonna just turn that back down to 50, and maybe we'll take some of that out. The prompts are getting messed up. We'll yeah. All right, that's a little better. Yeah, it sounds like Herman Lee on guitar. Tina, I'm reading what you're saying here. I have some pretty good news about my husband. The oncologist isn't too concerned about the new spot, and we're starting immunotherapy again. Oh, awesome, Tina. That's so awesome. Yeah, I wanted to pause the music here so I could read that. That's awesome news. Reset minor major chords. Yeah, I don't know. Prayer works, man. Okay, Pinky. This is pretty good. I like it. It does sound like the dude has like 4 legs. God, I wish I could play guitar like that. That was pretty good. I could see if you're not if you're watching my channel right now and you're like, well, I just want to watch Bill to support him, and you're not into this kind of music, you would not like that. But it was pretty good. I liked it. This is weird. Yeah. It's like John Petrucci. Gilbert Godfrey. Becca, I haven't found that show lately. Is that still on or what? I haven't seen him. Okay, Tina. Blessings to you, and I'm really happy and ecstatic about the news. I'm going to tell my wife too about that. Prayer does work. I kind of dig this one. Have you guys ever heard of Mudvayne? This kind of reminds me of Mudvayne. Yeah, I like that. That's cool. That was pretty good. So Sage Rat. So yes and no. You can use it for free. You can go on their website and use it for free, but if you want to use it, all right, how to explain this? But if you want to use it on your YouTube channel, you can't use, if you're unmonetized, that's fine. But say you've created videos, say you have 100 videos, and then all of a sudden you get monetized, and you've used SUNO music that you didn't pay for, that you didn't have a subscription for. Now all of a sudden you're monetized, and you're finally monetized and everything. Well, now all of a sudden those SUNO songs, you don't own them. SUNO does, because you don't have a subscription. So none of those songs count. They're all copyrighted now. So you cannot get monetized by those songs, by those videos. So you have to start from scratch for any videos or anything like that. So you can go on SUNO's website and start over, or start and mess around with it, but you only get you get 10 a day. So I have a subscription, because I wanted to make sure that when I started my channel, I have an Epidemic Sound one and I have this one, so that in case I ever got monetized, I didn't want to have a problem in the future. So I wanted to make sure that, and plus I just enjoy creating the music too, so I thought it was really neat. So I also wanted to make sure of that. So yeah. So you have to get a subscription from day one. No, you don't have to, but if you want to create videos and edit videos and use your own created music for YouTube with a mind's eye of being monetized later, then make sure that you have a subscription to the SUNO music. But you can go on there now and with a Google account, and you get 10 a day. You can create 10 songs a day. But if not, I think it's like, how much is it? I don't remember what I pay. I know Epidemic Sound is like 180 a year, and I think SUNO is like something like that a year also. For it's 2,500 credits a month, so you can create 2,500 songs a month, and I don't use anywhere really near that. So I'm really not liking any of this stuff. Oh, this is all right. much like 90s music. What's going on here? That was one that I created a while ago, and I used that prompt for a new. So this is what I just created. Let's see what it sounds like. I'm not liking these past few ones here. Yeah, that's pretty good. Let's try. All right, next one. Yeah, these came out good, Becca. It's about time. The other ones were sucking. I didn't like them. That's cool. Pinky, in case that didn't make any sense, I was thinking like a cross between a dragon and Pinky, Drinky. I don't know. All right, this one is like a more simpler prompt, and let's see what this one came out with. Let's see. Yeah, Sage. Um, it's been so nice, like the past couple of weeks. It's been beautiful out. Oh, that's a pretty sick riff. I like that. Yeah, sorry, Pinky. It doesn't sound good. I didn't mean it that way. I was thinking like a dragon, like I don't know. Never mind. It was stupid. It was a dumb joke. sad because he doesn't have a girlfriend. Well, I dig that one. That one was really good. I like the they had a ton of really good riffs in it. And yeah, and the thing of it is all these songs are in like uh B, like they're seven string. So like everything is detuned. So it's like I can't play these riffs every time I try to play them. So I only have six string guitars right now, and I have a seven string, but it is in pieces right now. Because when I got it in the mail, it just was not to my satisfaction. So it is in the garage right now. I had to strip it apart, and I polished it, and um, I'm working on it. So yeah. So anyways, I can't emulate these riffs because they're all um, in the key of like B. So anyway, yeah, that's the deal. This is weird. This is like 70s metal. Kind of dig it. Sage. Yeah, I kind of dig this too. This is like 1990. This was like 1990, 1991 thrash stuff, like DRI or something like that, like Thrash Zone. reminds me of a band called DRI. Thrash. All right, so I changed the prompt a little bit. I just put synth breakdown, new metal, synthwave. So I left it, I just added those three on this. Oh, cool. That's a cool riff. Yeah, it's good. I like that one. Yeah, I like that one. That was pretty good too. All right. Eyes wide awake. Steph, you're still here? Thought you left. Oh, yeah, yeah. Forgot about that. Well, that sucks. Oh well. Yeah, I like this one. This is good. Yeah, you can modify them. You could go over to this part over here. And this right here. You can also add to them. You can, if you like them, so if you like the song, you could actually extend it too. So it's pretty cool. Yeah, I like this. This is cool. Yeah, Steph. Actually, that part that I just showed you, you can actually take, say there's like a certain section, and I've messed with it before, and you could like really waste like, I mean, hours upon hours. And that's why like sometimes some of my videos take forever to make, because you can take like, say a certain riff you like in Suno, and like you don't like the rest of the song, you can take a certain riff, cut it out, and then make the whole song just really that riff, and basically create a whole entire song surrounded by that riff, and pretty much delete the rest of the song that they make, and then revamp the entire song around that riff, and prompt the song with the rest of the riff. It's pretty awesome using that this thing over here, this remix edit. So you can either remix the entire song and tell it like, yeah, I like the song, but just remix it, or you can edit and cut it and dice it up the way you want it. Yeah, it's pretty awesome. That's true. Yeah, me too. I like it a lot. And there's a good one. There's a good one. I like it. All right, let's go to this next one. right, you guys. We're making songs about you. All right, so Suno will also make songs. So here we go. This is why I asked who was here still. I don't know if Becca's still here, but names in the stars, names in the wind. All right, we're going to go with names in the stars because Sage said he went out and looked at the stars tonight. Select this option. That's what we're doing. And we are going to do a death metal song. Here we go. Ready? We're just going to create the song. That's all we're doing. Ready? Wait, you're going to bed. Wait, who's going to bed? Who's going to bed? Oh, Sage. All right. Well, all right. Hang on. We made a song. Hang on a second. All right. Hang on. All right. Yeah, especially Sage, because we got to listen to this. Here we go. Let's see if it created a good song. Wait, I got to do it so we can all read the lyrics along. Let me see here.
Stuffed laugh rings like a bell in the night. Sage rats got secrets hidden in plain sight. Pinky's got a heart that's loud and wild. Becca's dreams stretch for miles and miles. Names in the stars, they shine so far. Dragon breathe fire. The ground below. Steps, whispers tell stories only we know. Pinky paints skies with every little thought. Sage rats moves are sharp, they can't be caught. We're comets colliding, sparks in the air, twisting and turning, we don't even care. Every name's a story, a constellation chart. That's in the cosmos, a work of art. Names in the stars, they shine so far. Dragon breathe fire, lighting up the dark. We're a galaxy spinning free, berserkers. Names in the stars, yeah, that's who we are. So when you look up, don't forget who you see. Still things red and get we're in life forever a part of names in the stars, written by heart. All right, one more. Sage Rat, we got one more. Names in the stars, they shine so far. Dragon breathes fire, lighting up the dark. We're a galaxy, spinning free, berserk. Names in the stars, yeah, that's who we are. Dragon's roar shakes the ground below. Steps, whispers, tell stories only we know. Pinky paints skies with every little thought. Sage Red's moves are sharp, they can't be caught. We're comets colliding, sparks in the air. Twisting and turning, we don't even care. Every name's a story, a constellation chart. Etched in the cosmos, a work of art. Names in the stars, they shine so far. Dragon breathes fire, lighting up the dark. We're a galaxy, spinning free, berserk. Names in the stars, yeah, that's who we are. So when you look up, don't forget who you see. Step sage red, Mickey, back up and we're written in the light, forever a part of names in the stars, written by heart.
That's pretty cool. What'd you guys think of that, man? That's pretty awesome, huh? Sweet. Titled I Licked It. It's my what? Steph. Steph. All right. Maybe someday we'll title one like that for you. Yeah, I like the first one better. I think the first one was better, but yeah, it was definitely cool, man. So yeah, I think Becca left us, but it was still cool adding her in there. I'm glad that she was able to hang out with us. I'm glad you guys are able to hang out with me. You guys rule, man. Thanks so much for coming and chilling with me. I think I'll try to go to tomorrow night. I got a four-wheeler I have to work on and get running. So I think I will be in the garage tomorrow night. If you guys want to chill and hang out, that'd be cool too. And I'll be wrenching and doing that, that stuff. I don't think I'll be playing with fire anymore. I don't know. YouTube shut me down last time, and then they said it was age restricted. So yeah, I might not even. Wait, I even have a shirt that says that. Uh, you will? All right, that's cool. And if I am doing fire, it'll be over a controlled fire with like marshmallows or something. Yeah, that'll be cool. Thanks, Bill. It was worth it. Oh, okay, cool. Stage rat. Yeah, cool, man. Yeah, go get some rest. And I am gonna do the same. I think I'm gonna do some editing now. And wait, yeah, they did. Well, I think they did. I don't know if I lost connection or what, but I know that they did age restrict. In other words, when somebody clicks on it, they have to say that, yes, I am over 18. Because remember when I did that torch, the big torch, and dipped it in kerosene, I actually got like a ding. So, and then I think with the brake clean, they're not liking that too much. So I kind of have to like watch watch what I'm doing. So I might not be able to sort of do the fire so much anymore. But if I am going to do fire, I can. I didn't, nothing happened with like when I was doing the boxes. That was like like a bonfire, like a campfire. So that way like wasn't a problem. I think it was like the thing with like a can and showing like how to make a flamethrower type fire. I think that was what they didn't like. So yeah. Because after I go live, it shows it's processing, and then that was it. Uh, I did anger the YouTube gods. So let's see. I need to get some sleep. Okay, yes, Sage Rat. Same here, man. Thank you guys. I really appreciate you. You guys are all awesome. Thanks for chilling out with me, and I hope to get the studio up and running with some like live music. Okay, that's really my plan and really my like sort of dream for like the live stuff, along with the wrenching too, you know. And then I do have a video coming out Saturday, which is going to be a will it start with a four-wheeler, so I will have that stuff going too. Okay, you guys. um Seriously, I love you, I appreciate you. And dead battery on the phone, yes. So you guys, thanks so much, and I will see you on the next one, hopefully tomorrow night if all goes well. We will see each other, okay? Thanks. Have a good one, okay? I'll see. Yeah, bye. Night all.